Ben Thomas MMA here at Samurai Fighting Championships, joined by the victorious Ben Evans. Ben, Samurai Fighting...
I battered him.
You did, it was absolutely unbelievable. Listen, great night at Samurai Fighting Championships, stacked card from top to bottom. Let's start with that main event. Lewis Byrne defeating Ben Ellis in the main event. 3-round war. How good was that fight?
They did so well to get that fight here because, and there's no disrespect to the guys, we love these guys, but that fight could have been on the main card. No, but it could have. It could have been on the main card of a lot of top promotions like the PFLs and stuff like Cage Warriors. They've both got a Cage Warriors experience, so it was a big deal to get them on here, and it didn't disappoint. It was a war, and Lewis was the winner. Like I've heard people say it could have gone either way. I only managed to watch the first 2 rounds, but from what I saw, back and forth. Obviously, you were there for the whole thing. What did you make of it?
It was absolutely sensational, to be honest. Both guys showed such grit and determination to stay in that fight. Like you said, a lot of guys thought it might have gone the other way. At the end of the day, Lewis came over from Ireland, shown exactly what the Irish heart is all about, put in a great performance, remains at 5-0, and is certainly a prospect to keep your eye on as he progresses in his career. We have to give a shout out as well to the matchmakers tonight. Like you said a moment ago, that fight between Ben Ellis and Lewis Byrne could have very easily been on Cage Warriors 208. When you look at the matchmaking throughout the whole card, mainly the main event, just how good was the matchmaking tonight from Richard and the other guys here?
One of their best. This has been one of the best cards in terms of matchmaking. I thought co-main event, Liam Davis versus Miles Richards. I think if I don't think they put betting lines on these fights. You probably would have put Liam as the favourite. I haven't seen a lot of Miles. I tried to watch a bit of film and there wasn't too much on him. But that fight, great. There was Bethan Hall versus Jordan Galabuzzi. That was an unbelievable fight and one of the best submission finishes I've seen. But Liam's looking like a proper tank at the minute. Do you see him moving on to another card now? Do you think he'll be here?
Personally, I'd like to see him maybe go away from SFC. Maybe try his luck elsewhere. Maybe go up north. I was talking to a lot of the guys tonight who kind of look forward to going up to Manchester, Liverpool, places like that. So I would like to see him maybe test the waters elsewhere. Obviously, he's got a great future ahead of him at SFC if he ever wants to come back. But I think he's getting to that point in his career now where you can see tonight, quite a straightforward victory. I'd like to see him go up to Manchester, maybe Liverpool, Birmingham, maybe test the waters elsewhere in other promotions. But like you said, another great performance, another great fight. One that was put together very well by the matchmakers as well. But Bethan, that submission, where do you rank that amongst the submissions at Samurai Fighting Championships? Considering how the fight was going as well.
Bethan was losing that fight. I mean, that was the consensus. I think if it was going to the decision, which I think we was 30 seconds away from seeing, I think it was either going to be 2-1 or potentially 3-0. Like it was close, each of those rounds, but I think Jordan probably was feeling more confident going into the end, and out of nowhere, Bethan calls out a buggy choke, which, if you don't know, a buggy choke, rare. You don't see it, and your question, I think it's top 3, if not one of the best finishes I've personally seen here, and I've been watching fights here for a long time. That's one of the best finishes I've seen.
It was absolutely sensational. Let's touch quickly on a couple of the amateur title fights. Out of all the winners tonight, who impressed you the most? Which was your favourite fight off the lot?
It was tough. Cam Brown got another win, which was obviously massive. Obviously, Malachi's one of the best prospects in Wales right now. He looks unbelievable. He's got a lot of personality. Like, no matter what he does, and you're the man to speak to about him, Malachi's going to be big.
It's just earwig in there.
Yeah, Malachi's going to be a star. Yeah. His walkouts are one of the best parts about the last couple of shows.
Absolutely, and I think when you see Malachi enter the cage, I was saying to him earlier, his confidence goes from strength to strength to strength. Just how much is that going to carry him throughout his amateur career and then move into the professional ranks as well? How far can he go?
I mean, the man to ask is right there. Just come stand here, man.
Yeah, man. He's a black belt in karate. He's a black belt in kickboxing. He's a 4-time world champion kickboxer. And he's not been grappling long, but people don't quite understand how tricky he is everywhere, and not even just for like blue belt, purple belts, like high level black belts. He's a problem for everybody. Elliot is obviously the head MMA coach here, and he's playing the long game. He's got a slightly different approach to how he's approaching the strike end. He's come from a taekwondo background, and he, rather than trying to cookie cutter everyone, he works with the natural styles that the guys have got. And everyone's got their own game, everyone's different, everyone's got their own style, and that's what he works with. And yeah, Miles is a problem for everybody. Everybody, whether it's grappling, striking, MMA, it's hard work. I think
one of the best prospects in the Wales, you'd have to say, wouldn't you?
At the moment, yeah, definitely.
Feels like it.
100%. Yeah, I mean, that was an unbelievable win. That was an unbelievable win. He was Fiat's good opponent, and we beat him everywhere. Just with a statement, you know.
Sure.
The last year or so, he's been probably taking his strength and conditioning seriously, and yeah, he's starting to. He's got so many more levels that he can go, so many more levels, and he's totally committed. He's totally committed, and so are his team.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, the sky's the limit. We're not going to rush to take him pro, but yeah, when he does turn pro, he's going to be.
He's going to be a problem.
He's going to be a real problem. He's going to be a real problem. So yeah, shout out to Ash Amos guys as well. He's been getting a lot of rounds grappling down with Ash Amos. Yeah, Elliot's the head MMA coach with us, and he's awesome. He's awesome. So yeah, man, we've got a good team building. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So,
Yeah.
So looking ahead as well, Samurai Fighting Championships Installment 10 is coming up in September.
Yeah.
One fight that looks unbelievable so far is Jake Terrett in the title fight versus Felipe Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Those two fellas were definitely standout amateur fighters tonight.
Two of the highlights.
Two of the highlights definitely. Felipe, 8-0. It's the first time we've ever seen him. Coming from Cheltenham, just how impressed were you with his performance tonight?
I'd seen bits of him online because he's obviously, well, like you say, before coming into tonight, he was 7-0. He had hype behind him. It's, you know, there's always hype behind amateur fighters, but I'd seen a lot of people talk about him, and he really didn't disappoint because we've seen his opponent from tonight, Riley, fight a few times, and we knew how good he was, and he looked good, man. He looked like he was going to be a problem. He had a lot of personality when we spoke to him after, so he's going to be a problem. Like, I don't know if he'll come back. You never know if the guys who aren't from Wales are going to come back here because they're always moving about. But I hope he comes back because he's got, you know, he's set himself up for a title shot against the man you just mentioned, Jake, who beat Reece Evans, a former champ now, and he looked almost just as good, right?
Absolutely. The one thing I'd like to say as well about Felipe, obviously I interviewed him after his fight. His mindset is absolutely spot on.
Elite.
He's not looking ahead. He's not getting ahead of himself. He knows exactly how good he is, but he's not looking ahead. Yeah. He just is going to assess that performance tonight. He's going to go back to Cheltenham, get straight back in the gym, and he will be here in September to fight for the title as well. 8-0, looking to go 9-0, and that is one career we definitely want to keep an eye on. Finally, the only question I want to ask as well, like we mentioned earlier, the matchmakers, they've got a lot of opponents from a wider reach today as well. So we've had Manchester top team, Team Rayano in Ireland
SBG.
as well, SBG. I think we've had Team Renegade as well.
Team Brees.
Loads of gyms as well. A couple from Bristol, Cheltenham. How good is that for the local circuit as well? Obviously, these guys are coming in and they are testing some of Wales' best. Just how good is that for some of our talent, local talent, and how good is that for Samurai Fighting Championships going forward?
Yeah, I mean, every time we come and we do these shows, the question next is like, what can they do to sort of bring it up to the next level? The real statement tonight was getting Ben and Lewis on. I thought that was a real statement from the guys. Like, that was a big fight. But I mean, all of them were great tonight. And I mean, they're going to continue to come to Edinburgh Vale because they've built this base here. They've got people who are going to come and watch these guys. It's easy for everyone to get to. I'd love to see them move about at some point. But at the end of the day, like I said, they've built their base here. This makes sense. This where we are right now, Edinburgh Sports Centre, this is Samurai in our eyes. So there's a lot of things coming up. We've got Stand and Band coming here, but it's hard because I don't know what SFC are going to do next. Like, is it bringing in more names? Is it bringing back guys who are going to get, you know, asses in seats? I don't know, but I'm just moving about now.
I think
it's promising.
The next step has to be bringing in these guys from Manchester top team, potentially looking at the next generation in Liverpool.
And they've started doing that.
Continue that because it's giving them success.
Yeah.
It's giving them a wider reach, and you can see those guys. A couple of them got big wins tonight, and they are testing local talent. And all that's going to do for Welsh MMA is just take it from strength to strength. So I think that's the next step for SFC.
Yeah.
But another great instalment tonight. I'm going to put you on the spot. What was your favourite moment? Just one.
Favourite moment? I'm going with Bethan Hall's buggy choke submission. I don't think we're going to see another one of them here for a long time. I'd love to be proven wrong, but because of the way he bounced back after his first professional loss in his debut, it was emotional. We've watched Bethan since he made his debut, 5 years ago. That felt like a big deal. So that's got to be it for me. Yourself?
I agree. You don't see buggy chokes very often. especially here at Samurai Fighting Championships.
And in a fight that he was technically probably losing.
Yeah, he could have been behind on the judges' scorecards. Obviously, he's fighting Jordan Galabuluzzi from Team SBG. Top opponent, obviously fought Talon last time. To bounce back into the win column against such a tough guy like that, in the style that he did, is not just a statement, but it's also a great way to bounce back as well. And probably the highlight of the night of Samurai Fighting Championship tonight. But catch us next time on our podcast. Coming soon.